all of us, while doing the business or the job that we are doing, we have gathered a lot of skills. If you look at yourself, you have so many skills, right? You can just write down all of the things that you know. Because if you're not showcasing your skills, if you're not putting forward the uniqueness that you carry, you are taking away a huge leverage from yourself. That is the leverage of visibility. Visibility comes when you really know what is your contribution, what is your game, and how to play it. Okay, let me explain it for you in detail. Why are people with less experience getting more recognition than you? If you have heard about this or thought about this anytime in your career, this is something which is going to help you tremendously, because they are using leverage. You're using willpower. You are thinking that I'll do more and my work will speak for itself, and I will be honestly, dedicatedly working only for this company or only for this project and only for this person or something. While these newcomers, they are learning and they are showcasing at the same time. They are not just learning, they are also impacting other people's life in a positive way. When you start touching more lives, you start creating a movement. When you start creating a movement, you sow a seed of hope into others. When you do so, people start talking about you, right? And when they do talking about you, they become ambassadors for you. Okay? And that is when you start getting known, getting authority about that topic. Fine. Have you heard about this? That there is a very young professor in a college, and as soon as this young professor climbs up the stage, the entire audience of students just start shouting like crazy. Why? Because this person has showcased not only his math or engineering skill, this person has added some drama. This person has added some intense experiences. This person has added his soul into his work. He is leveraging his skills. While that learned PhD, 25, 28, 30 years experience holder principal of your college, he comes to the stage 15 minutes down the lecture, 90% of people are either sleeping or yawning. Okay, I hope that you understood the point that I want to bring up here. We need to leverage our skills. Now, let me talk to you about the skill trap. The skill trap is once you start working towards a particular thing, you start loving the idea of gathering the entire worldwide knowledge. Okay, you want to know about what every author has written about that one thing. You want to know about what the who's who are talking about that one thing. You want to know about recent works and developments and research about that thing. You want to get involved into so many channels simultaneously, that you know what you're doing, you're just consuming and consuming and consuming while implementing none. The same thing happens for your self growth journey also. You might have heard hundreds of motivation lectures and speeches and stuff, but if you do not implement it in your life, if you do not get the first hand experience of it, it is, trust me, it is waste of time. You'll feel good for a moment, but we're not here to feel good. We are here to generate results. Fine. So I want you people to learn things and implement them immediately. That is why I have this one rule. If there is no notebook and pen in your hand, if you're not taking down notes, I do not consider it as learning. There is a very thin line between education and entertainment in the era where we are living. Okay, you're scrolling your mobile phone and you keep on hearing the algorithm shows you things which are specific to your area of interest, and you keep on convincing yourself this is also learning, this is also learning, this is also learning. 40 minutes, 45 minutes, 1 hour, 1.5 hour down the line, you're still learning and learning and learning and learning. And where is the execution? And if you don't do the work, you don't get the result. It is simple, it is not a rocket science. But you cry for the results you do not get for the work you did not do. Do you get me? You cry for the results that you did not get because of the work you did not do. Right? You have to do the work. Then only the results will follow. Fine? Doing instead of teaching. Now, the other skill trap is that you feel that you cannot teach it to other people. right? I'll do it silently, I'll do it secretly, I will finish it off and I'll share it with none. This will become my trademark. Nahi hai kuch bhi aisa, right? In today's era, information is at the click of the finger. The way you will put it forward is your uniqueness. What do you think? All of these things, the leverage, do you think I created this concept? No. What I did was, while experimenting with my life, I understood that these are the three areas which should be leveraged. And then I started looking into my life. I pulled out some examples from there. Then I looked at the internet and I found out some reliable, some good work which is done around it. I pulled it out from there, I merged it together, I curated it. You are feeling the connect because of the way I am putting it forward for you, right? So my uniqueness, you cannot take away, right? Your uniqueness no one can take away. So instead of thinking that I'll do it silently, I would recommend you people to do not take this one big concept and make it so complex and share with the world how intellectual you are. You will be looked upon as an authority if you can break down that big whole concept into 10 small bits and you start educating the people who have started climbing the ladder where you are 3, 4, 5, 10 steps ahead, right? When you start teaching, you learn better. Okay, so when I want to learn when I want to read a book, or when I want to learn something new, I declare it in my community that in the next 15 days we are going to read this book, in the next 15 days we are going to finish this work. I declare it because I feel like it is now an accountability on me. I would have to deliver what I declared, right? So trick yourself. Start teaching people, start educating them, empower them with an open heart, without any regret. Okay, it's fine. Once you teach someone something, it is theirs to keep. Do not keep an account कि मैंने उसको तब वो बताया था. Leave it, right? Working in silence and not showcasing the progress. If you're not journaling your work, if you're not showcasing your work, um maybe there are exceptions when you say that the work speaks for itself. But majority of times, the clients that I have worked with, it is important, equally important, to showcase what you are doing, right? It is important to give words to your thoughts. I have seen a lot of people, once the meeting is over and once the entire team is applauding one person to give some great insights, there is someone who is sitting there. I also had this idea, I just didn't feel like sharing. Why? If not you, who? If not now, when? Right? You have to come out of this trap. If you are skillful, your skill is to be showcased, your skill is to be put into a good use. And I'm talking irrespective of you are an introvert or an extrovert. Okay, if you are an introvert, you don't want to talk about it, you can write about it, you can document it, you can blog post, you can you can write LinkedIn posts, you can write Medium blogs. If you are someone who is okay to talk about it, you can go ahead with podcasts, you can record yourself, you can always be that resource. Okay, and while you are teaching it to other people, you are also learning it better, number one. Number two, you're putting some work in front of the eyes of hundreds and millions of people by creating your portfolio, right? So digital is the time, guys. If you feel that nahi Priyanka, my digital presence is not required, you are just overlooking. It is required. Fine. Once you create your digital presence, people see you doing your work, people see how good you are at your craft, they get to know what kind of work can be expected from you. Okay, so come out of this trap of just learning and learning and learning. Start implementing, start documenting, start leveraging your knowledge. Leverages skill into distribution. I know skill A. If I am able to distribute it to 10 people, this is my leverage. Okay, so if I know how to help people to become their best version, if I teach it to 1000 people, I create 1000 Priyankas. When I create 1000 Priyankas, you know what, this keeps on happening even when I am sleeping. So that is my leverage. My skill is to teach you on neuroscience for self transformation. When I record this skill as an e course and I distribute it with 50,000 people, I am getting the leverage. Okay, so if you're keeping your skill to yourself, you feel like you will you will create some empire out of it. You're mistaken. Skill into distribution, that is what leverage is. Okay, turn your knowledge into some micro course. Teach what you do on LinkedIn or on Reels. Document your journey, don't just perfect the result. The world wants to see the raw, the real, the transparent version of you. Okay, we relate with humans like us. We do not relate with some polished, edited kind of thing. The more you're enjoying this kind of conversation, the more you're involved with this kind of learning will not happen when you're watching something over YouTube. Why? Because it is edited, extra lights are added, cuts are there, rehearsals are there, retakes are there. It becomes so polished that sometimes you feel dissociated. Ki, nahi yaar, this is too big to be true and too big for me to become. Right? So just be yourself. Teach. Exercise. I want you people to create your skill stack right now with me. Write down what I'm good at. Every single thing. Do not hesitate, right? You can put your hobbies also. Every single thing that you're good at, write it down. What I love doing and what people need. I want you people to create a very beautiful kind of map of this. That what are the things which you're good at, what are the things that you love doing, and what are the things that people need. There are going to be certain areas in which all of these three things intersect. And that is your ikigai. That is something which is going to yield money for you, right? People need it, you love doing it, and you're good at doing it. Just imagine you start leveraging that skill. And once you know, let me share my secret with you. Once you know what you're good at, double down on your practice. Be so good that they should not be able to overlook your talent, right? This is Oprah Winfrey's lines, which I quote every time. It is my favorite. Be so good that they should not be able to overlook your talent, right? If you're good at something, just double down on it. And there is one more thing about skill, you and I, we all have a unique blend of skills. Fine. And there is going to be something which is pain for people around me. But for me, it is like a quick thing. It flows through me. That one thing which is easier for you but tough for the other world is your thing, your leverage as the skill. Okay, if you've not found out something like this map will help you. Okay, do this. Thank you so much for doing this exercise with me, and I hope that it will give you more clarity about leverage of your skills.